Annabelle Creation is the fourth installment in the Conjuring franchise, but it is the prequel to Annabelle, which was a prequel to the first Conjuring film. I understand a lot of people hated the first Annabelle. I personally don't mind it. It has its moments, but it was really no match for either of the Conjuring films, and it is also no match for Annabelle Creation. That's right, I am happy to report that this new film, Annabelle Creation, is vastly superior to the first Annabelle. The premise is simple, where a married couple whose house out in the middle of nowhere is also an orphanage take in a group of young orphan girls, and inevitably one or more of them will find out that the couple are hiding a creepy doll that might be haunted. Despite that premise, the single setting for this film, the house, is actually a much better place to set the film than the places that were used in the first Annabelle were. In comparison to the characters in the first Annabelle, the characters in Annabelle Creation are more interesting, and having a very effective cast helps. The film centers mainly on just two of the little orphan girls, and we do get to know them enough to care about them, and the two young actresses who play them are quite good, I must say. Pretty much the rest of the characters are just there. Some fade into the background, and then there are some who are the typical never seen a horror movie before cliché characters from 1,000 other horror movies. But you know what? It could be said that the difference here is that the film is set in 1957, where even the sight of a television set was a big deal for these young women. Although none of them leave the house after seeing the first dead body of the movie. I would've. David F. Sandberg, who previously directed the horror movie Lights Out, directs this film, and in doing so includes a lot of the highlights that make a good horror movie. Shadows, creepy lighting, great sound effects, excellent production design, and no over-reliance on blood and gore. Sure, there's some of that, but it never goes over the top. He even gets a few scares and moments of suspense out of some familiar everyday items. And of course, there's the Annabelle doll, which is probably the scariest doll in recent horror movie history. By the way, the release poster for this movie, with the moon in the cloudy nighttime sky, the house and creepy tree in the background, and the little girl walking up to the hole in the ground with a lantern in one hand and the Annabelle doll in the other, is one of my favorite posters of any movie. I like it. Also, at one point in the movie, the camera pans upside down during a shot of a crucifix, and I couldn't help but wonder, was that an homage to The Conjuring 2? That was nice. And without giving too much away, I also liked how the ending of Annabelle Creation led right into a big moment that happens in the first Annabelle. I didn't see that coming. So if you like horror movies, or like the Conjuring films but hated Annabelle and want to see a truly good Annabelle movie, and not just a good one, but one that is on the same level as the two Conjuring movies, go see Annabelle Creation. It is worth your time. It was certainly worth mine. Thank you so much for watching, and there will be more because Lehtonen's Home Theater is always showing.